Ahoy fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, for this gorgeous Saturday afternoon, I have video number 12 for you on my Billings boat, Spanish Galleon Isabella. Standing rigging is still going. I got one more forestay. That's on the Spencer mast up to the mizzen mast. That needs to be rigged, and it takes probably about 10-20 minutes to get that rigged. Then I got the doublings I got to finish up on the mainmast. Then I'm ready for the dead-eye combos on the channels and get those rigged up real quick. Then the shrouds will follow. And once the shrouds are all completed, I'm going to add the rat lines. Then the fun part's going to be the installation of the yards using these little beads I got at the Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use those as perils. And there's no, excuse me guys, there's no foot ropes or stirrup ropes on the yards on a Spanish galleon of the period of 1550. And they didn't start putting foot ropes on ships, on tall ships, until probably around I'll say about the late 17th century. Because you had a lot of seamen were falling off the yards because they had nowhere to walk, travel. They more or less bellied on top of, they used their bellies on top of the yards to kind of shim themselves across the yards to reef and furl the sails. And so it made it a lot easier as technology provided in shipbuilding. They put foot ropes on yards. So that's one less thing to worry about on the Spanish Galleon Isabella, than having foot ropes on there. Okay guys, we'll take a fast review of this and go back and finish up the video. Okay guys, right here I got all the backstays all rigged. I got backstays rigged on the foremast. I got the backstays all rigged on the mainmast. On the mizzen mast and the Spencer mast has no backstays at all, because I'm assuming it has no structurability for no structure at all other than that than a forestay. And the shrouds will be added there to those two masts too. And so I got that. I got all the backstays all done on the mast. I went back and I had the flags on the ship, as you can tell. Gives a little certain beauty. On the foremast, the mainmast. And guess what? Old Frankie Day had this kit so long, I lost two flags. One flag for the mizzenmast and the flag for the mainmast, for the Spencer mast. And I got all the stays all done here. A little closer here. I made a cheek right here out of wood. This is where the doublings of your forestays hook up to your mast right here. The same thing on the mizzenmast, have a cheek there. With that cheek, I make another doubling or another dead-eye combo. That'll complete the forestays of all four masts. All the channels right here, all channels have been pre-drilled already, port and starboard. I already installed two cannons on the starboard side, so I got 4 more to go when I swing around the starboard. When I start going ahead, then I start adding the shroud and the combos, dead-eye combos, top the channels up to the ruddy strakes. I'll go ahead and open up the 4 holes and install the cannons and get those done out of the way. Now all left is just the yards and the running rigging, guys, and she's about done. I really enjoy this ship. The Isabella is a very beautiful looking ship, and I really enjoy her very much. And somehow this build is very addicting, and it's one of those must builds that's got to be done. I never realized that wood can dry out like that in that long of a time. You know, I figured, you know, I built kits before that had no problems with dryage of wood, but Billings always had. That's the only bad thing about Billings is, my only beef is with the company in general, is the wood they give you. They gave you. This is their old kits, guys, not the new kits. New kits nowadays have state-of-art woods, a lot more better woods than what they had 50 years ago. I mean, back in those days, that was state-of-the-art. You're lucky you got wood, and the only wood they manufactured in the kits was mahogany, boxwood, and Raymond. And those woods they crack very easy. Now on my Norski Love, for example, I made the inbox review of that. With a special shout out to Mr. Dave Mathard and David Estrada. It cracked on me right there at the end, and that one's it's out pressure on that kit too. So these old building kits, you guys got to be careful. They're very delicate. It don't take long for the wood to split. And after it splits, you got to always use Type Bond glue, no ACC, just Type Bond. Type Bond is the best glue there is because it's water based and it's very strong glue. It's designed for woods. So when you got split wood like that, always use this right here, guys. I use this all the time and stuff like that. So I don't use no ACC. The only time I use ACC, acrylic glues, is more or less for the riggings. Years ago, I used to use nail polish, clear nail polish. My mother used to really scream at me all the time, and she gave me a good ass spanking one time for stealing her Revlon clear nail polish, because when I was rigging my ships back in those days, it called for dope. I couldn't have the accessibility for butyrate dope, so he said I always use nail polish. So I use nail polish. That's just an old thing you used years ago, guys. The nail polish has some kind of a lacquer in it, and what it does, it seals it more or less seals threads and glues them in place. And so there's no such thing as acrylic glue back in those days. So I don't use no nail polish. It's just a blast of the past. So anyway, guys, wood splits like this, don't be bashful. Use your Type Bond right here. Can't go wrong, guys. This is good glue. It sets fast, dries fast, and it dries hard and dries solid. Wood will break before this does. And I go prepare to go for work in a little bit here, guys. And I got a to-do list I got to take care of. Got to go to the store. So this concludes video number 12 on the Isabella. And I don't know where I'm going to put this thing at when I get done, but I'm quite sure old Frankie Day will find a spot where to put it. And beautiful ship. I really love this thing. And take my time with the rigging. If the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, I should have this thing done in about 3 weeks. It should be done. I've toiled and put a lot of hours on this thing, fellas. You know, I normally, a model like this would take a person anywhere from 3 months, 6 months, up to a year to build something like this. That's only tinkering here, tinkering there a little bit, push the kit away, go do other things, come back to it again and do that. That kind of a routine, that's why it takes so long. But I put in anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12, 16, almost 17 hours a day in this thing every day. Right now I'm tuning the ship up as I rig it. So this evening when I get off work, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the standing rigging. It'll be done. I just got one forestay and it's finished. It's completed. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish the doublings. Here's the doublings I was talking about, guys. I didn't show you that in the video a while ago. See those coils and lines? These are called doublings. The reason why they call them doublings like that, because planks back in those the masts in those days were composed of planks. They had planks, and they more or less kind of tarred them together, and they use these rope bands to keep the planks in place. That's why they call them doublings. There's only the mainmast, the foremast, and the mainmast right here. These doublings. So after I finish up that forestay on the spencer mast up to the mizzen mast, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the doublings on this mast, and go ahead and add my dead eyes to the channels and install same. So I should have a video of that probably, by Monday. But I think Tuesday would be a good idea. Tuesday would be a good, we'll make a good day for another video, and you'll see this thing come alive by then. Okay guys, we'll zoom out right now and return back to yours truly. Okay boys, that concludes video 12 on my spring build, which is turning into a summer build. Spring build of the Billy Boats Spanish Galleon Isabella. To my surprise, and I do research on this thing every day, trying to get all the skinny on this thing. So far, the only thing I found out, this thing was a Norwegian Spanish galleon, and it went down in the Black Sea somewhere. And where it's at, it's probably still there, its remains or whatever. And you lost a lot of Spanish galleons back in those days. A lot of ships were, all these oceans, guys, are graveyards for relic ships. And a lot of treasure on these things, because they're merchantmen. They travel stuff from the old world to the new world and all around the world. Spices, beans, rice, hop, oats, barley, oil, anything. They're merchantmen. That's what they're designed for. And by 1550, these merchantmen started protecting themselves because they had pirates. So they put gun bays in them, like this Isabella right here. She's one of the first of her class, which is an armed Spanish galleon. Okay guys, next video on this girl's going to be Tuesday. And I must prepare to go to work. I'll go to the store first and get a few items for my wife. And off I go. So on the Victor build, J-Man commented, says, are you going to finish the Victor before the next build of the North Sea Love? Yes and no. I'll be working on it. I'll make a few more videos on it, but it'll be done during the build of the North Sea Love, because I promised Mr. Dave Mather, as the one I'm about to get a kit off the gentleman, that I'll make a dedication build to him for selling me this kit, and so I will go by my promises, and the Victor will be finished, fellas. Don't worry about that. Frankie D ain't got nowhere to go but here to build models, and just like everybody else, and it'll be done, fellas. Just have a little patience. Old Frankie D will get on. I haven't forgotten it. Trust me. One thing is mandatory. I really got to get on is Mr. Martin Lamette's Measurement 410 Hornet group and buddy build. Now I got to get the finished paint on my Hornet, so I'll probably do that this weekend. Get that out of the way and start working on the Measurement 410, because I got a Pro Monogram Pro model series kit of that. So probably 2 entries I'll be doing for Mr. Martin, and so I haven't forgotten that too. That's mandatory. I will get that done, and that'll be it. Okay guys, this is Frankie Day signing off, and God bless you guys. Make Mama happy, and happy modeling. Please subscribe and build on as I build on, and we all build on together. And we'll catch you guys this Tuesday. Bye gentlemen. Have a good day, fellas. Take the day off.